What is up? Z-Sides here, back with another video. So in this video, we will be making the final part of the mapping series. This episode, I'm going to create a border to go around our beautiful little map here. So I'm just going to hop on a new slide. And for this, you try to make them, kind of ornate and detailed and looking cool. So I'm just going to duplicate some squares into the corners. I'm going to put the coat of arms on these because I think that would look cool. These are a bit low. I'm just going to put them again, since we have like a 6 coat of arms. I'm just going to kind of try to do like that. Find a nice one with all 6 of my coat of arms. Copy and paste them. So I'm just going to scale it up to something like that. I'm going to see the size of height of 0.6. Make sure you put lock aspect ratio on. And I am just going to slightly increase all of the sizes. Now there that, I can just quickly put the different ones in different places. Make sure they're centered and lined up. Pretty important. You can go there and you can go there. Okay, now that they're all lined up like that, I'm just gonna make sure there's no border. One tool that's helpful for stuff like this is this one. You can kind of do that, and it makes it even, and you can just choose like a certain thickness and whatever. So I'm just gonna line that up in the corner. Set up very thick. If you hit Control Shift, it like scales it evenly. So I'm just gonna take it in a bit and scale it down. Make it a bit larger. Make it kind of a lot smaller. Have another one. I'll scale it inwards a bit more. And just make it a bit thicker. And then I'll do one more. I'll just duplicate this one because it's of a better thickness for what I'm trying to do. And just swoop it down. Now these 3 can be sent back. This really doesn't look that even. So you hit Control and then it scales it evenly on both sides. And there we go. It looks good enough. I'm actually gonna. There's a bit more filling, but no, a bit less than that. Okay. So now that I have that, I'm gonna just color these in. So I'm kind of thinking like a dark brownish kind of border trim, like something like that. The other one can be darker color and a darker color. And these can be the same middle brown. I like that brown. And then just create a new one of those shapes. Put it along the edge. First off, make it. Put it along the edge. And then just scale that. Make sure it's. I don't know why I keep doing that. And now it's on the edge. Not on the top edge. Just gonna scale that down to the back. Could leave this, but I'm just gonna shrink it. A bit like that. That looks okay, although I'm gonna put it a bit more out. And I'm gonna make this kind of like a lighter brown, or something like that. But just make it a bit lighter, something like that. Yep. And now that I have everything there, I don't like how that's that big of a space. Just gonna fix that real quick. Honestly, pretty good. Although on this side, it could be a bit more. I'm actually gonna increase that one's thickness by a bit. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna group it. Now I'm just gonna, nope, not select everything. You hit Control A, it'll select it, so I'm just gonna duplicate that, plop it right about there. Now I'm gonna scale it down just a bit, send it to the back, and just kind of rotate it. You can have some of the stuff off the border just because that's not really important stuff. Now that the compass is here, I can just scale my compass up a bit, like that. Already, you could leave it like this first. Get that border color, and you could just leave it like that, like I said. But the next step is, well, while I'm looking at this does not match that color. It's one too dark. So just go to Google, look up parchment paper background. Just want to find one that says like free downloads, and you can just copy that and put it right there. Copy and paste it. First, before we do that, actually, I'm just gonna move it to a different side. Create some word art, and then Kitslura, yes, that one, Kintalora. I think it's kind of a well-rounded name. Just gonna scale it down, make it my fancy Philippa font, bold it, barely changes to italics. Make it like that darkest brown color, scale it down a bit, or a lot, put it there, scale it so just where it's on the edges, and you can leave it like that, but I'm going to just make a square to help make it easier to see. Make that square the same color as like, no, not that one. That one as that, and send it back like that. Let me just make sure to remove the border trim. Just gonna zoom in. Sometimes it does that if you continue scrolling. Makes you go back down to the beginning. So I'll just make sure that it kind of goes on the edges, just make it look a bit better. And it goes right against. You should leave a bit of a border trim right there. Now we take that parchment paper. Oh, I don't like how that one has free play on it. It just kind of looks awkward. Stock photo. That one has watermarks. Now free download, and this one does not have watermarks. No, it does not have watermarks. Duplicate that, put it on there. Make sure it takes up the whole thing. You can just scale it to make sure, and then crop it by double clicking on it. Drag it off and make sure it's along the edge. Now obviously you don't leave it like this, so you go down to format option, so you click format option right there, scroll down to adjustments, change the opacity a bit, and this kind of gets like a little thing. Decrease the darkness, buff the contrast, maybe decrease, buff it, the contrast, opacity, brightness, no. This one actually, I don't think it's varied enough. This one's better, because it's more varied. Something I don't like about this one is how it has that little thing on the edge. You can just crop that bit off. How it's like darker than the rest, just to make it look more even. So I'm just gonna have it and do the same thing. With parchment paper, you can kind of just stretch it. So it looks generally, do the same thing. I'm gonna have to lower the opacity. I'm gonna turn down the brightness a bit and up the contrast. Look at that. Look at that beautiful thing. And you can just kind of play around with those values. Depends on what it kind of look like. I mean, you don't have to do this step. Also, and just trying to strike a balance. I think that. Well, this has been Z Slides here, back with another video. Bye.